That door is all that stands between me and destiny.
Indeed, my CO.
This water's warm. It seems like a hot spring. It's huge. It goes all the way down to the bottom. Get me inside. Looks like this tunnel leads deeper into the structure. Stop the turbine. Good. Okay, I'm inside, but how do I let the coin?
Here I am again,
Looks like an
hiding in the gym,
exercise room.
writing to...
So Ted had other people in here with him, including a teenage girl.
There's nothing normal about a scientist, his daughter, a guru, and well, let's face it, a harem living through the end times in a trillionaire's underground survival bunker. But now that Kagori's gone, I'm worried things will get even weirder. He helped keep Ted stable for a couple of years, sort of. Without him, who knows? And we don't even understand what happened to him.
Girl's right. Nothing normal about Ted. Let's hope this is the way to the main door, so I can let the Quinn in. Look at this place. It's pretty fancy for a survival bunker. That looks like some kind of access control. Ah, good. An emergency exit function.
Emergency exit. The door is open. Destiny is upon us. I knew you could do it.
What's going on?
The CO is preparing to enter Thebes.
Oh, why are you dressed like Ted Faro?
I am Pharaoh, renewed. My essence is the same as his. Across the years, across the generations, his soul is my soul. His will is my will. We are sundered in only one way. I need his final testament, his deepest secrets. And now that the door is open, those secrets are within my grasp. When I have them, I will be complete, as he was. I will have everything I need to save our homeland, and, as Pharaoh did, the world.
Okay. I think there's some confusion here about who Pharaoh really was.
No one knows better than I who he was, who he is. Me. The Renewer, greatest of the ancestors, the man who saved the world. And you. You understand, Sobek. You are her, Pharaoh's harbinger, his assistant. Come, we will descend into Thebes together, as it should be. Bring her the raiment.
Raymond?
As he is Pharaoh, you are Sobek. For an occasion this momentous, shouldn't you wear proper business attire?
Whoa. No, 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 no. No, I am not wearing that. No way.
You will wear the proper attire to mark this moment.
Or what?
It is said Sobek valued life above all else. Is this true?
Fine. I'll wear your raiment.
Excellent. Shall we proceed? Look at this place. The grandeur.
Pharaoh's domain. Simply breathtaking.
Somewhere in here, Pharaoh left his secret.
Most of Ted's women repulse me, okay? They're like contestants on a housewife sim preening for the hubby's attention.
Pharaoh's visage, a monument to greatness.
Truly, impressive.
It's a monument to something, I'll give you that.
The Emperor will heap rewards upon you for this, my CO.
Great risks bring great bounties, Overseer.
I think this way might lead down.
Remember every detail of it.
It will be its own chapter in your legacy.
No less than
Of course. Right.
Brianna told me that Grigori hacked into restricted files and found out something awful. That Ted murdered.
Find anything interesting?
I can't make sense of it yet. So hey, this is weird.
Yeah, I tried to warn you.
Yeah, sort of.
I'll explain everything if we survive long enough.
Those certainly look threatening.
Statues. The guardians of Pharaoh's domain.
Those aren't statues. Look out!
Get the CO out of here!
Guess it's just us then.
Brianna didn't wake up this morning.
Thanks.
She's gone.
Where's Overseer Bohan?
He has
Fragment.
decided to return to the surface.
A
wise
testament
choice.
to Ted's
We can't
power.
afford to lose any more diviners than necessary. So, no more delays. We must proceed.
When I built this place, when its special systems were designed, I knew...
What did you find?
Trust me. You don't want to know.
I guess I don't.
Ever deeper we go. What is that? A reclining throne, attached to some kind of apparatus. I wonder what it does. An impressive setup. What is it for?
I'm sorry, CO. I don't know. My focus can't read the data here.
What about the living ancestor? Is the data lost to her? Scan the device, if you will.
Made a minor adjustment to the gene therapy regimen and added a new cocktail to treat the symptoms caused by the mutations. Hopefully, there will be some stabilization after the next treatment. God knows what Ted will do to us if there isn't. The early results were so promising. No signs of aging, no cellular degeneration, but now... Oh, if only I had access to my old lab in Bangkok, or my old colleagues, or my old liquor cabinet. Stop it. Got to stay positive. For Kenya.
You saw something. I could tell. Did the data explain what Pharaoh used this device for?
I think he was undergoing treatments to live longer. A lot longer.
Really? Could he still be alive?
Don't be foolish. If he were alive, he would have kept his essence. It would not have been passed down to me. Remember, he was the renewer. Of course, he would have stopped at nothing to grasp the secrets of life and death. But not for himself. Everything he did was for a new beginning. For us, for the Quen. And for his true heir, me.
You know, I'm starting to think you're right. You do have a lot in common with Ted Pharaoh.
I knew you would see, in time. Let us continue. His secrets await.
An automated geothermal energy plant right under the city of San Francisco. A marvel. Even I can run it, and let's face it, I was always more of a visionary than an engineer. Which is why I had the foresight to insist on the inclusion of a very unique feature. Just in case anyone ever tries to steal my cheese, so to speak.
Look at all this equipment. We are getting closer to the heart of this place. I can feel it. break the door down?
I'm going to look for another way in.
Good idea. It's worked before.
Very well. Get to it.
Like you said, Aloy. Maybe there's another way in.
Hurry! Break it
Checking
open!
my focus sees maybe.
Open that door! Ah, is that a vent of some sort? Not a bad idea. She's gone. Did she make it to the other side?
A console. Maybe I can access Ted's files from here. There. Omega clearance. Got it. What do you have to say for yourself, Ted?
Somtow's dead. Along with his kid. Found him on the floor of his office this morning, holding hands. Must have poisoned themselves. I never would have put them to sleep. She was just a girl, for Christ's sake. I offered them life. And this is how they repaid me. By leaving me all alone. But I guess I've been alone since this whole thing began. Alone in bearing the burden. For the past. For the future.
Same old Ted. No matter who dies, he's the one feeling sorry for himself.
Liz's future. Liz's children. Someday they'll come. And I'll be here to greet them. Sometimes said my aging has stopped altogether. If anything, my cells are replenishing faster than normal. I just need some time for the mutations to calm down. Time. And energy. Sometimes said the reactor can give me what I need. To grow strong again. To get my shit back together. So I can greet the kids. They're gonna need me. My advice. My guidance. And then I won't be alone anymore.
Pharaoh's secrets. Are they here?
Not the ones you're looking for.
Then they must be in there.
Trust me. You don't want to go in there.
Are you mad? I haven't come all this way to stop now. At last, Pharaoh's legacy is mine. Is that?
It's him.
burn it to ash.
Wait, no. Pharaoh has it rigged to melt down if...
Kill them too. No witnesses.
Hit them from range!
Open fire! I'll finish her!
Pharaoh rigged the reactor to overflow if he dies. We have to run. If he dies, we have to run.
Brianna didn't wake up this morning. She's gone. Just like Grigori. And looking up at the giant, hideous statue of Ted in the Great Hall. His eyes. And I know now that he's watching. He's watching us all. He's always had power over us. I just never knew how much.
Soldiers! Above us!
Over here! She's quick!
We found something that will help. Not just your homeland, but everywhere.
But where's the CO?
He's gone. I guess you could say he gave his life to help us attain the secrets of Thebes.
I see. You must think I'm eminently stupid.
What? No.
The CO was an entitled egotist who twisted our beliefs into a sickening, self-serving fantasy. And you expect me to believe he sacrificed himself for scraps of data? It's time for the truth, and it better be convincing. Otherwise, I'll simply order these soldiers to open fire.
Hold on. You're right. To be honest, the CO screwed everything up. He brought Thebes down around our ears and died like a gutless coward. But we really did find something down there that will help your homeland. If I can take it and use it. Now, if I have to, I will fight my way out of here, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can just let me go. And then take credit when things start to improve.
Success certainly does sound better than failure. It seems then that our destinies are intertwined. Landfall is open to you. If it will help your cause, you may come and go as you please. But Alva must join you and report back on your efforts.
Fair enough.
Thebes is of no further value to us. Obviously, we're going back to the flotilla. Alva, I expect your reports to be thorough.
Oh, I thought he was going to have us killed. And instead, I get to join you.
Glad to have you. But you're going to need a little help to reach our base. Varl, I made a new friend. I need you to meet her at the Quen Ferry and escort her back.
On it. Can't wait to meet her.
Trust me, you'll love it there. Varl will give you a better focus, and all the data you could ever want. Head to the ferry. I'll join you back east as soon as I can.
A diviner must follow the truth, wherever it leads. I'll see you there.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we should have what we need to capture Hephaestus. Before I head to the ferry, maybe I should stop by Landfall. With the CO gone, maybe more Quen will be willing to talk. Might be worth looking around the island, too. I gotta change out of these clothes. I can't believe the CO made me play dress-up.
Feeling better?
Aloy, we've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was...
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss...
You wanted to talk about your...
Indeed. It's time to test...
Okay.
Not how. Where. Will you meet me right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want.
You'll see when we get there.
Then I'll let you know.
You have my thanks.
Must be strange.
I can see their strengths and weaknesses. To think that such a tiny object might be the most powerful...
What do you think of this place?
It's an efficient center of operations, though it could use some more.
Duly noted. Anything interesting
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and...
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sun...
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying...
That would defeat the purpose.
Found anything in...
Gaia told me where to find data on how... I knew the Ten fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their... Later, machines battled other machines as they vied for... At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line.
There is nobility in that.
Yes.
How are your studies?
I wanted to learn...
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by... There is no glory or honor in such a fate.
That about sums it up. Getting Ether out of the Grove made for quite a...
One that showed the entire tribe that Hekarro's mission for peace, for it is now blessed by the Ten.
Anything else you've been looking...
Gaia showed me the... I am no chaplain, but...
What is it?
The old ones believed one could hear the Great War. If you carried the carcass, they called them seashells.
That sounds... Have you spoken?
I did see him bring some ale.
That stuff's as bitter as salve-brush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact...
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing. What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn, so I've been teaching him Tenakth. It is heavy with blood, but also with honorable deeds. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well.
I'd be honored. What do...
We play strike. Although he has yet... It helps one think strategically.
Somehow that... Have you spoken...
The Quen is peculiar. Her mind is sharp. That much, but it's hard to imagine her, sir.
Trust me. She's tough.
I will take your word. Then do...
Like I said, I'll call you...
May the 10...
boy.
Right to work, I see.
There's just so... I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing. And you, a true reincarnation, genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there. Returned from of course, they're trying to kill us. And Eric Visser is with them. And then there's Hephaestus. And...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe...
You mentioned Eric Visser?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work, related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But, based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the Diviners haven't recovered.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes.
Right. He was an Imperial. The Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many Diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the Diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threaten. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, the Renewer. It may seem strange now, but we really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous.
You said the expedition across... What happened?
We lost most of our... and scores of soldiers perished to hunger, and that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines... and we struggled to replenish our... There were bright spots, to be sure. We found but nothing improved the CO's mood as his dreams of... He became more and more obsessed with Thebes, and more convinced that the title of CO... You heard him? Spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of become. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to... But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what Principal Diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure...
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of...
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth, and many Imperials sponsor them in the Empire can put to use. But the Board of Overseers detrimental to the stability of... Like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data...
What happens to Diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
You mentioned the reason you came.
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave, not even your family. unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are, well, fearful that outsiders will try. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the... But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death.
I promise I'll do my best. So, Bohai, your overseer.
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's... But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what...
Yep, sounds about right. The ancestors.
Yes and no. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, warfare, leadership, and
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant.
Right. Well, any old one who has made one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
I see you've been used.
It's been fascinating. What would have taken me years, like the database you helped me with this? This could revolution. That is, whatever part of it
You wanted data?
A diviner has never had this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way.
I imagine you don't know any...
It's funny, because one of your friends... Not that you are the same person. I mean, you are, as in, you're both... But even so...
Yeah. I hope everyone's...
Oh, yeah. And they share the... It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data.
Sounds restrictive.
Yeah, you are not...
I hope it...
And it's back home.
Sounds...
Yeah, you are not...
I hope...
Oh, and it's back...
Sounds...
You are not...
I need to get going.
The plan Gaia told me, it will help...
I hope so.
Then I will do it.
From the look on your face, I'd say
I got Omega clearance.
As soon as you give the word.
I see all of us settled in nicely.
Our new Quen friend? The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped.
Yeah, that's Alva for you. Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to...
The seeds have been planted. What? I thought that was...
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and...
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch...
Better them than us. I should go get...
Of course.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data, she turned so pale, I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alva. You and Varl doing okay?
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take... But then who'd look after...
There's always Katalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brood. What could go wrong?
Read anything
I found out the old ones... Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of... cleanse their aura. Me, I think I'll stick to...
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my... Thought it might help her feel more... Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark... She would not be moved.
I appreciate...
Patience reaps the best harvest.
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been... Apparently the old ones wrestled machines, called it metal meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh. You'd think we have enough of that going around.
About the land gods.
We need to... I sent their...
Got it. I need to...
Right. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus.
There she is.
Maniacs, lava. What's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go.
At least I got what we needed to trap...
Good thing I got my gear ready.
You look tired.
Ha! I've just been making sure that I got everything. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up.
You'll do fine, Erend. Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a... She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous, but I can see why you two... As soon as you...
I'll give you the heads up.
The old ones created so many technology really can be an amazing.
I know Varl meant well, bringing up Rost. I guess it's hard to talk about. With everything going on, it feels easier to set those memories aside. At least for now.
Welcome back.
Drone's reconnected now.
Error. Drone feed disconnected. Error. Drone offline. Error. Data missing.
Experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. 2 overrides. What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Aloy.
I know.
As you wish.
There's something how could Ted Faro create a clearance level higher? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't
It is plausible he tasked his own to the Zero Dawn system. My predecessor did not until he acted.
All this data I've picked up, I guess I never really thought that...
Based on my observations, your errand has asked on numerous... He appears perplexed, but as it can... He also... That is what I... We now know that...
Which is why I got...
Correct. While you were gone. When we get to Gemini, the second core is for...
And then you'll be able to...
Not quite.
How long will that take?
Because the work will...
And during that time, the others will create a distraction.
Correct. The energy...
And then we'll have every... So now that you...
In the local region, conditions have... Superstorms have subsided, and soil... These improve for a few additions.
Well, with luck, then you'll be able to fix...
Correct. Reverse the environmental damage.
The
Artemis rewound eluded upon all...
Ted.
Yes. Impulsive Ted.
All or do you still need...
Restoring their remaining empowering. Unfortunate, attaining them in the short term is very...
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Z. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch...
Correct.
I don't think that door had power before, but... Looks like it's malfunctioning.
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince...
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone. In a cell again. Their slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta, look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
Hey, I am. You said you was this, but Aristotle and Space would assign me. Wait, before Ted, the Zeniths have a. So it's still only what was deemed. If I requested to have all a little. Have you had a chance to? Oh, a little. But Varl comes down here. At first, I thought he only wanted to know about my product, but I think he might. Yeah. Have you talked with them? Yes, although sometimes I even forget. Whenever we have a discussion, she... That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed... Yes, it was... She became... In a way. So aside from Var... Zoe told me how you met. I had no idea you were severely injured. What matters is they helped me. Right. You said you and Varl talked. He told me about your tribe, I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to take a lot of physical training. No. Or the bunker door in All Mother Well, the Nora would make you an outcast for that. Well, then I suppose we'd be... Alva's joined us. She told me she's not allowed to access a lot of the... similar to the restrictions I had in my... I told her that if then... once we return, even though Gaia will fix the biosphere, it'll take time. So, I went... How so? Bioengineering of more resilient... novel crop production methods, equipment, something that might help. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. So when you talk to the... No, they'll come down here to visit. I wish I could show him the media portal. I think he would like the sports hollows. There was one where to criticize each other before wrestling it was bizarre and violent. Yeah, you're right. So how goes studying up on the Guy and I have added a function that will visualize the data stream from it. It should make expunging its malicious code a little more... That's great. Whatever we can do to cut down the merge time is going to increase good work. I'll continue to search for other ways to... but whenever you're ready. I gotta go. All right.
Did you need to find the right strategy? The man is unbeatable at machine strength.
Hello again, Aloy. Hello, Aloy.
So,
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than...
Yes. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron? Or we can continue our conversation.
Okay, people. Connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Erend, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my Cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my Cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Imperative escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
Containment.
It's cracked.
Look!
Activating. Engaging. Autonomous defenses. Directive. Neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come!
Varl, stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful. Varl, stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful.
They can't take us! Stay back! Take this!
Aloy! Help!
Get back!
Over here, you!
Hey, stand over here! Draw it away from Beta! I put this bigger machine with you! Stay back!
Hold on! This is...
Sailor! Get back! Over here, you! Aloy, get a hand over here!
Varl, stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful.
Stay back!
That's all of them for now. You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here.
I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime.
Keep her safe, Varl.
On my life.
Okay, let's see. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Right, first things first. Okay, I gotta chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. It's some kind of production chamber. Hephaestus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding too.
Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good. We're riled up now. Shield.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if... Okay. Drive Hephaestus out of here.
There should be a node you can override. Near the central terminal.
Thanks. I should deal with these machines first.
generators deploy secondary defenses. Ensure your going is at hand.
Oh, great. The machine's on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
To disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, it better not get comfortable.
Energy containment failed. Safe over.
Great. Hephaestus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Aloy, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
You could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity! I think we can do this, Aloy!
I should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers. Got it. Oh, here we go again.
That doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back. restored. Now you can override it.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
Okay. Festus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine that Festus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe.
Capturing the Vader Golden Tower.
Its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up. Finish charging. Plasma's gonna explode in a second. Pain subsiding.
There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you. No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Varl. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained. Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it. Get behind me. Come on! Quit screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
Aloy!
Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
Beta. Varl. Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay. What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the Cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen...
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regalla and her rebels.
Even now she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
My old focus.
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard, I knew better. You were a revolutionary. After your dramatic escape, Bravo, Gerard, and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for it. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. Gold. You were like a splash of color on a worn canvas.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger.
Putting her to work. A difficult, time-consuming task, as they will compel her if need be. But she's the only one who can do it.
Made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the Data Channel. A virtual place where...
So this channel you shared with Beta...
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from there. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being...
So you know all of...
What would you like to know?
Well?
When I was 8, terrorists, thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expert, but as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity, one where we need not fear illness, or where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the Earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you...
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were
I knew some of them were. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the truth. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless... They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you...
To do what?
Help you. To fulfill Liz's dream, which... a better future for humanity.
Why did you make the Data Channel?
I built this house as a shelter to weather, a safe place. Not cultural artifacts of truly some of the greatest achievements.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing, I thought if she could experience Vermeer, it would bring something else, a heritage, every bit as valid, data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but she needed its shelter even more than I did.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed, that you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our...
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him.
What exactly is your plan?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at we will enter through this back door, bypassing fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will...
Here, in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery, once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regalla.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regalla to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regalla's only interested in killing Hakar. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to...
in exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually... And all without ever knowing who the Sons... Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, that blind spot is what will allow...
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down sight. So you knew...
Liz was everything she was. Your ingenuity, your determination. You've managed to distill her greatest quality.
I'm not asking about me.
The honest answer, for all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of her. It was like...
So when you met Elizabeth, she was...
Not aloof. Not exact. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated but in her address, she was just starting to imagine an AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on, but actually take responsibility.
To care about life.
Revolutionary stuff. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I...
So how did you finally...
I picked the right moment. Right as she came back to the conference. Her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't. But she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previous. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. First Varl. Now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge. Contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Sylens' army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regalla and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Sylens' only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regalla's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakth. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regalla's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... We're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.